The Artemis II crew is home. 4 people went to the moon and came back, and the whole world seemed to stop for just a minute and watch. Pet debt is reaching a breaking point. Veterinary costs are up 43% since 2021. And Gen Z's excitement about AI has completely collapsed while their anger has surged. And the reason is more interesting than you might think. This is News SideQuest, the podcast for people who want to know what else happened today besides whatever everyone is currently furious about. I'm Keith Conrad. Let's get into it. On Friday, the Orion spacecraft carrying NASA astronauts Reid Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen splashed down in the Pacific Ocean near San Diego. It was a 10-day mission, and they flew 695,000 miles. The first humans to visit the moon's neighborhood in 54 years, all home safe. NASA officials at the post-splashdown press conference called it the start of a new era of human space exploration. The NASA administrator described it as the opening act in America's return to the moon. Artemis III could actually involve docking with both the SpaceX and Blue Origin landers, assuming they're both ready in time, which would be the first time anyone's ever actually docked with 2 different spacecraft in the same mission. And it's all supposed to happen next year. By the end of 2028, the plan is to put boots on the lunar surface with Artemis IV. The reaction to this mission was way more excitement and unity than I was expecting. And I mean it. I think we all needed something positive to root for that had nothing to do with who we're angry at or who we're afraid of. 4 people went to the moon and came back. A crater up there is now named Carol after a woman one of them loved and lost. Jim Lovell welcomed them back to his old neighborhood one last time. And for 10 days, an awful lot of people were watching the same thing and feeling the same thing at the same time. That doesn't happen very often anymore. And I think NASA is absolutely right to keep going. Fly again, keep this going, we need more of it. So where were you when you watched Artemis II splash down? I was sitting at home while Misty finished some work. Where were you watching it? Did it hit you the way you expected or more? I'm curious about whether this landed for people the way it landed for me.
Hey, Harry.
Yeah, right.
You know we're sitting on 4 million pounds of fuel, 1 nuclear weapon, and a thing that has 270,000 moving parts, built by the lowest bidder. Oh, makes you feel good, doesn't it?
The New York Post ran a detailed piece this week on what's being called the pet debt crisis, and the numbers in it are genuinely striking. Veterinary costs are up roughly 43% since 2021, outpacing most household budgets. Routine pet care alone now tops $4,000 a year on average. And over a typical 12-year lifespan, the cost of owning a dog or a cat can exceed $50,000. Among pet owners surveyed, 38% said they would put an unexpected vet bill on a credit card, and 20% would drain their savings to cover it. Emergency surgeries can run $3,000 to $5,000. Cancer treatment can be up to $10,000. And the gap between what pet care costs and what people have budgeted for it is widening every single year. Why is this happening? A few things at once. Veterinary medicine has advanced enormously. Treatments used to be unavailable for animals that are now standard. And they come with the price tag you'd expect for something like that. There's also a vet shortage driving up costs. And fundamentally, our relationship with pets has changed. They're not property anymore, they're family, which means when the vet says there's a treatment available, most people are going to find a way to pay for it, regardless of the cost. My wife Misty pushed for pet insurance when we first got Dublin, our cat. I was skeptical at the time, but not anymore. Among pet owners with insurance, about 75% say it has significantly reduced their out-of-pocket costs, and 87% report greater peace of mind. That peace of mind bit is real. The ability to make medical decisions for your pet without the financial calculation running in parallel is genuinely different. Pretty soon, having a pet at all will be a status symbol. The trajectory of these costs suggests that's not hyperbole. Pretty soon, having a pet at all is going to be a status symbol. It's where this is headed if nothing changes. What's the most unexpected cost you've absorbed for a pet? The bill that blindsided you, or the Or the thing you did that you knew was financially questionable, but you did anyway because that's your buddy.
People like dogs, Mr. Burns.
Nonsense. Dogs are idiots. Think about it, Smithers. If I came into your house and started sniffing at your crotch and slobbering all over your face, what would you say?
If you did it, sir.
A new Gallup survey released last week, commissioned by the Walton Family Foundation, yes, that Walton family, polled more than 1,500 Americans aged 14 to 29, and the results show a striking shift in how Gen Z feels about artificial intelligence. Excitement dropped 14 percentage points to just 22%. Hopefulness fell 9 points to 18%, and anger climbed 9 points to 31%. That's nearly a third of an entire generation reporting that AI makes them feel angry. And here's the paradox. About half of Gen Z still use AI at least weekly. That number's barely moved. They're using it almost as much as before, they just like it a lot less. The fear driving the anger is two-pronged. First, the job threat. This is a generation entering entry-level white-collar work at exactly the moment those jobs are just being automated away. That's just bad timing. The second concern is the more interesting one. Gen Z is increasingly worried that using AI will make it harder for them to learn, think, and develop the skills they need. 83% of Gen Z adults believe AI will make learning more difficult in the future. Concerns about cognitive skills, creativity, critical thinking, research ability, they're widespread. They're worried about the brain drain. Not just that AI will take their jobs, but it will take their ability to do jobs at all if they've outsourced the thinking long enough. I think it depends on the task, though. There will be growing pains, and eventually we'll reach some kind of equilibrium. I still believe that, but the equilibrium is going to require the people building those tools to actually demonstrate that AI enhances human capability rather than eroding it or replacing it. Right now, a generation that's watched social media damage their mental health and is now watching AI reshape their career landscape is not particularly inclined to take that on faith. What's the one thing you absolutely will not let AI do for you, and why? The thing you're protecting because you believe the ability to do it matters more than the efficiency of outsourcing it, whether it's to AI or somebody else.
We got Skynet by the balls now, don't we?
NASA says they're looking into reclassifying Pluto as a planet after a 10-year-old's viral letter made the rounds. I appreciate the energy, I really do, but the reason Pluto was reclassified is that we've since found multiple objects in the same size range, some of them actually bigger than Pluto. So if Pluto gets its planet status back, you're not just restoring the ninth planet, you're adding like 5 or 6 more. And at some point, the solar system has too many planets and the whole thing loses its meaning. I'm sorry, kid, Pluto's a dwarf planet and always will be. It's still cool, though.
Thank you, Gary, making physics fun.
The FAA is actively recruiting video gamers for air traffic control jobs. This actually might not be a bad idea. Air traffic control requires tracking multiple fast-moving objects simultaneously, staying calm under pressure, communicating clearly through a headset, and making split-second decisions. That's a Tuesday afternoon in a lot of gaming households. Welcome to the hiring pipeline. 3 men have been arrested in connection with a $1 million Lego heist. That's approximately 1 complete Lego Titanic set for those keeping score at home. I'm not sure exactly what the secondary market looks like for $1 million worth of loose Lego bricks, but apparently these 3 gentlemen had a theory.
You filthy criminals.
200 chimpanzees in Uganda are engaged in what researchers are describing as a civil war, with 2 groups in open conflict over territory and resources. Researchers have been documenting this for years. Jane Goodall's long-term research documented similar behaviors in the 1970s, so it's not without precedent. What it is deeply unsettling in terms of what it says about the origins of organized violence. I look forward to the Ken Burns documentary on this civil war.
I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee.
A cow crashed through the window of a chiropractic office in Wichita during what police described as a theft investigation. The cow apparently was not under arrest, it had simply arrived there. The chiropractor was not available for comment, but if you're going to have a random large animal come through your window, At least it's at an office that handles spine injuries.
I gotta go, Julia. We got cows.
An AI Jesus chatbot is available for $1.99 a chat as part of what the Associated Press is calling a broader faith-based tech boom. There's apparently also a Buddha bot. I think I'd trust an AI read on Jesus over some of the things some human beings have been saying about Jesus lately.
Good God. Yes, that's just what the Hebrews thought.
A Florida woman was charged after purchasing 10 cars in 8 days by claiming she earned $180,000 a month as a restaurant manager. I have so many questions about this story. What was the plan for 10 cars? Are there actually restaurant managers somewhere out there making $180,000 a month? And why is it that this person apparently sailed through 10 separate auto loan approvals while I've sat in dealership for 3 hours being made to feel like they were doing me a personal favor, even talking to me? Not that I'm bitter.
My God, this is an outrage.
That's it for today's news side quest. 3 questions still out there for your consideration. Where were you for Splashdown? What pet bill completely blindsided you? And what will you never let AI do for you? Email me at newsidequest@gmail.com or hit me up in the Substack comments. I'll see you tomorrow.